Good afternoon, Internet. It's summer 2024 here in the United States. We're nearing the 4th of July, which is, of course, our Independence Day, our 248th anniversary, almost 250 years. So I thought, what a better time to reflect and make a video about why the United States will collapse. I mean, why not? Everything ends sometime, right? Will it make another 248 years? Will it make it to 500? Will it collapse in 100 years? Will it go away in 50 years, 20 years, 10 years? Is the fail imminent? Is it going to be a second-class citizen somehow? What are some reasons why I think it might be nearing its end? So I'm going to examine 5 reasons why the U.S. is going to collapse. Number 1, political divisiveness. This two-party system in the United States is getting worse and worse. It seems like one side only cares about grabbing power, and the other side making the other side look bad. So it's the good of the country is out the window. If you can, whatever you can do to get power and make the other side lose an election or look bad, that's better than anything good for the United States. Even if it harms the United States, the other party will do it. Second reason is competition. I mean, let's be honest. Everyone wants a piece. Everyone wants a piece of the pie. If you look back in history, the Roman Empire, which lasted many centuries, they were invaded several times. But it's not that these outsiders, these Germanic tribes, not that they wanted to just kill the Roman Empire for no reason. They wanted an end. They wanted part of the action. They would just try to negotiate terms, and sometimes if they were strong enough, they would get what they wanted. But if not, they would try to invade and take it by force. And eventually, over time, as the Roman Empire weakened, this started to happen. Same thing could happen here in the U.S. Right now, they're still the biggest fish, but we're going to be copied, hacked, conspired against, stolen from, competed against relentlessly until we're not worth dealing with anymore. Until people get what they want. It's just the way it's going to be. Third reason why we might fail soon is corruption. The United States seems to be getting more and more corrupt. That's just my personal feeling, but it's also backed up by some studies. I did some research. I found one from the Transparency International's Corruption Perception Index, which says that in 2015 we were 76, with 0 being highly corrupt, 100 being clean. So we're more towards the clean side. But now in the 2020s we're at a rating of 67, so getting more corrupt. And we, even though we still rank fairly low in corruption, if you look globally, I think it's getting worse just by the eye test, just by living here. A couple things you can look back just in recent history: the 2008 recession and housing collapse was driven by bogus mortgage loans. Then there was a college admissions scandal, a bribery scandal we had in 2019. There's the recent Boeing 737 MAX airplane, which keeps having problems. There have been several instances of deficient parts, shoddy inspections by Boeing. And then most recently I just heard about a study or about a report that said there's defective airbags being installed in cars. So corruption could definitely, if corruption gets worse, it can definitely erode trust in the country. So yeah, because not only do these things harm and kill people, but it just degrades the overall trust. And once you have people not trusting the government, it's extremely hard and it takes extremely long to gain it back. Number 4, we have a lazy population here. I mean, most people who grew up here are lazy. Just you gotta call it like it is. It's just a generalization, of course, but people. If your family's been here for decades, even if it's one generation in, you can grow up lazy, entitled, overconfident, not very worldly, only speak one language, only speak English. If we didn't have a stream of immigrants in this country, we would be in big trouble. And the people who do make it in here are driven. These immigrants, they're hard workers, they're smart, they want a piece of the American dream. And it's really always been that way since 1492, when Columbus set foot in this country. It's just been a stream of immigrants making it happen. And the 5th reason why the U.S. might fail soon is debt and the economy. The national debt is over $34 trillion right now. Trillion. At some point, this is going to become a problem. Interest rates are high. It could be going higher. Who knows? When interest rates are high, this means the U.S. has to pay more per year just to service this debt, right? People borrow from the U.S. And they're issuing debt. We have to pay the interest on these bonds and these loans, and that leaves less money for us to make investments for social programs and for infrastructure. It leaves us less flexible in general to respond to emergencies. If you have less, just like a person, if you have less cash available, you can't respond to emergencies as much or as fast as you want. What if there's another recession or huge depression? We can't just can't keep throwing trillions of dollars at it and make it go away. And that means you're fragile. The shaky status of the dollar. People don't want to buy U.S. debt. If we keep threatening to default on our debts, the world's going to lose confidence in the dollar, which means imports get more expensive. So there's less trust overall in the global system. And other countries would love to take over as the default currency, the reserve currency. Chinese, the BRIC countries, which is Brazil, Russia, India, China. Now I think includes South Africa, Iran, UAE, Egypt, and Ethiopia. These guys would love to have start their own currency and have the kind of influence that the United States does. So everyone's just circling like vultures, ready to chip away, ready to take little bites and weaken the U.S. if possible. Okay, so there's 5. I could go on. A couple bonus ones might be breakdown of law and order, breakdown of democracy, cyber attacks, or AI and other unknown threats. So there are lots of reasons. Are you scared yet? If you enjoyed this, stick around for my next one, or click up here or at the end or wherever it's going to come up. I'm going to make a video on why the U.S. is anti-fragile and actually is going to thrive in the coming years and actually get more powerful. So what do you think? Are we nearing collapse, or are we is the United States here to stay for another 250 years? Please leave a comment, like, and subscribe if you like this kind of content. And as always, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.